Hey. So, hey. Let's come to sit. If you feel you need the little stretches and moving around, if you just hustled back from the office or from some exciting thing, settle down. One of the things that you can notice over time, like there are little things, how to say that are more habitual than actual. I've been with a friend once. She was a director of a really big school, and I was teaching there as a guest. And one weekend I was coming, and she was just in the morning standing like, they moved all the furniture again, so we had to sort of bring the tables to the right rooms and blah. And every 5 meters, she would just sigh really big, and it became so obvious. I was like, you're sighing a lot these days. And she's like, oh. She didn't notice that it became a habit of hers. You know what I mean? Or you can see that with people doing the hair, these little motions and these little movements we do that are really habitual. And it's just a thing, a nervous little thing that we do. And sometimes these little like, I need to do all this before is somewhere on that same family picnic. It's just, it's what we just sit in the discomfort for a moment. You always have the choice to then say like, oh, this is really tight. So let's see if I can open that up, but make it a response to what's actually there and not just a thing you do, imagining things that are maybe not even there. It's getting in touch with what is. I mean, that's kind of what yoga is about, isn't it? What is right now, at this very moment. For some of us, this moment feels like going on for 2 years already. I can promise you, I am empty as fudge. I don't know what to tell you anymore, what to do something new for you, to do this, to make something better. I'm empty. And I know it felt like I took a long break during the summer, but believe you me, there was not a lot of break. Definitely not to be still and see what is. So I thought about that feeling, and I know some of you recognize that feeling because for some of us, the times were really, really hard. And sometimes you get a really nice little injection of joy and fun, like a fun little weekend or a little visit to the theater or something like that. But in the long run, maybe you feel empty, or maybe you feel angry, or maybe you feel this and that. And the funny thing about this, some people think, oh, then it must be a very bad moment to practice because we are such junkies for joy. It's like, oh, I cannot meditate now. I don't really feel great about all these things. Actually, this can be a really interesting moment to practice, especially if it's a motion that feels maybe not as pleasant or not as desirable as other emotions. Of course, it's when you feel great to step on the mat and have a lovely practice. Oh, it's so good. When you feel like shit, oh, it can feel even more amazing. As long you can look at that shit a little bit more objectively, a little more kindly, a little bit more compassionately, a little bit more separated from you, even though it might be deep within. Why not practice when you feel angry or empty or despaired? That's what the practice is for, no? So with your eyes closed, make a very honest and non-judgmental look within. See where you're at. Acknowledge. Don't judge it. Don't wish it to be different. You have all day long to wish it to be different. Right now, you just accept it for what it is, just accepting the presence of it. Life is constantly unfolding into all directions. So are you. As long as we have our memories and our unfinished stuff, things will pop up. All emotions pop up. I mean, that's the beauty of the human experience, that we can experience all. But don't get hung up on it. So if there is any kind of feeling or kind of emotion, or maybe it's just a really actual situation, the fight with your more or less significant other, or with a colleague, or your boss, or your pet, or whatever, like if there's anything, doesn't matter if it is lovely or difficult. Imagine you could take that feeling into your hand. And imagine you could just lay it very, very gently right in front of your yoga mat. Just to be there for the practice, just right in front of you, so you remember it. And then if you like, you could bring your hands together in front of the heart space. And maybe today you say, you know what, to that little thing right in front of to that feeling, to that situation, I want to offer this practice up now. I'm empty, it's out of me. I'm just putting it in front of me, just as a reminder, and I offer the whole practice up to this, really lovingly. Like you could, just snuggle it into the hug of your practice. Don't deny it. Good. Then you can open up your eyes. Good. Keep the thing in front of your mat. Keep the feeling, keep the situation. Come off whatever you're sitting on top of. Shake your legs out for a moment. Can you shake out the feet as well, nice and loose? Can you shake the toes out? Very good, nice. And bring your legs together. Draw your chest and your knees a little closer together, and then bring them a little further apart. A little closer together, a little further apart. A little closer together, a little further apart. Closer together, 4, further apart, 4, closer together, 5, further apart, 5. That was it. No worries. Cross your ankles. Come on to hands and knees. Spread your fingers wide. You looked worried there for a moment. Maybe we're going to do later some more. Good. Move a little through your spine, nice and free. And if you like, look again at that feeling, that situation right in front of your mat. Remember, we do it for it, not against it. We offer this practice up to whatever is within you. Moving your body beautifully. Moving your body freely. Moving your body right now like you're in the midst of a really good acid trip. See, I can over... Not ecstasy, acid. You're having profound spiritual revelations while you're doing this. There we go. Good, guys. Do it for 2 more breaths here. And then pendle yourself nicely back into the middle and feel your spine lengthening forwards and backwards. Curl the toes under, lift the knees slightly off the mat. Shift the weight back and away from your hands And then lifting the sitting bones high, folding and unfolding yourself into this beautiful first down dog. Walk your dog if you feel the need. Again, I'm stretching the words, feel the need. If you're moving too fast, it's not a response, it's more of a habit. So you can always be still in the posture and see what it is that you need or where you need it. Very good. Take one more breath here in. Exhale, walking your hands back towards your feet. Softening the knees, draw the navel in and roll yourself up while you shake your arms gently. While you roll yourself up, you shake your arms gently. Until you stand tall. Good. Top of your wrist. Top of your wrist is leading. Feet a breadth apart. Knees slightly bent. Arms alongside the body with the wrist facing forward. And then you're going to round the back, navel in, pulling the wrists forward like somebody pushed you into the belly. And then pull the wrists, elbows back and arch the back like cat and cow. Exhale, round the back, wrists pull forward. Inhale, arch the back, elbows, wrists pull back. Exhale. And inhale. Circle the arms up and bring the hands together in front of the heart, taking you 2 steps forward towards the top of your mat. Inhale to lengthen into 2 directions, floor and ceiling. Exhale, ground yourself. Inhale, arms circle up overhead, reach into the sky, navel engaged. Exhale, fold forward and down, chin to the chest. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left foot back, big lunge. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, circle the arm through behind you. Bend the elbows, palms facing up. Tuck your chin to the chest. Keep your back leg nice and long. Tuck the chin until it touches the chest, opening the back of your neck. Very good. On an inhale, circle the arms back and up. Exhale, hands down, step back into down dog. Inhale forward to a high plank. Knees down, lower chest and chin, keeping the hips up high for the inhale. Exhale. Slithering forward into cobra. Use a lot of back muscles, push your little toes. Exhale back into down dog. One breath. Inhale, right leg lifts up high. Exhale, right foot steps forward, big step. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, twist to the right, left arm front, right arm back. On your next inhale, reach both arms back forward and up. Exhale, hands down, step forward, fold onto your legs, chin to the chest. Inhale, arms circle up. Exhale, navel in and up, hands in front of the heart space. Inhale, arms circle up, reach into the sky. Exhale, navel in, fold forward and down, chin touches chest. Inhale, half lift. Right foot back, big lunge. Inhale, rising up. Circle the arm through. Exhale, bend the elbows, look into the palms of your hands. Chin tucks down, stay here. On your next inhale, circle the arms back and up. Exhale, hands down, step back into down dog. Inhale forward to a high plank. Knees down, chest and chin touch the floor. Keep the hips up high, inhale. Navel in and up, exhale. Slither into cobra, inhale. Exhale back into down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up high. Exhale, left foot steps forward, big step. Inhale, arms one more time, forward and up. Twist the torso to the left, left arm back, right arm front. Inhale, keeping the arms in one line. So keep pushing your left shoulder, shoulder blade back. On an inhale, turn forward, reach the arms up high. Exhale, hands down, step forward, folding onto your legs. Inhale, arms circle up overhead. Exhale, hands in front of the chest, navel in and up. Inhale, arms circle up. Exhale, navel in, fold forward and down. Inhale, half lift. Step both feet back. Exhale, down dog, 2 breath. Inhale, right leg lifts up high. Exhale, right foot steps forward, big step, left knee down. Inhale, arms forward and up. Twist again to the right, just from the torso, right arm back, left arm forward. Hugging the wall, hugging the wall. Longer arms than this. So keep pushing your right shoulder back. Exhale, bring your left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Inhale, push left elbow into the leg, open chest to the right. Exhale, release, turn your chest down into your left arm. Again, left arm pushes into the knee, knee resists, open the chest. Exhale, release the chest back down. Third time, inhale, this time we stay. Right palm on top of the left, lower arms one line from elbow to elbow. If you're comfortable, push your right hand deeper into the left. Bring in the thumbs closer to the middle of your chest. On an exhale, looking down, bringing both hands down. Inhale to a high push-up plank. Exhale to a lower plank. Open yourself up into upward facing dog. And exhale back into down dog. Shake something out if you feel you're getting tighter. On your next inhale, left leg, long leg lifts up high, stretch it out. Left foot steps forward, right knee comes down. Inhale, arms rise up. From the torso, twist to the left. Left arm front, right arm back. Hooking your right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Inhale, right arm pushes into left knee, open chest to the left. Exhale, turn the chest forward and down into the arm. Again, pushing arm into leg. Exhale, turn it down. Third and last time to stay. Left hand into right. Keeping your forearms in one line. Pushing left hand into right. Possibly gazing over your left shoulder back. On your next exhale, look down, place the hands onto the mat. Inhale, high push-up plank. Pull back into down dog on the exhale. On your next exhale, bend your knees, look in between your hands. Lightly step or hop forward. Take a full deep exhale to fold forward and down. Remember the thing in front of your mat. Inhale, arms circle up overhead. Exhale, hands in front of the heart space. Inhale, arms circle up, bend the knees, pull the hips back into Utkatasana. One last inhale. Exhale, hands down, then lift the sitting bones high. Inhale, half lift. Step back down dog or jump back into a vinyasa if that makes you very happy. Eventually, we all meet back in down dog. On an inhale, lift your right leg up high. Exhale, right foot forward, big step. Last time, high lunge, inhale. Twist to the right, exhale. Inhale, left arm reaches forward, placing your elbow again to the outside of the right knee, maybe with your armpit a little closer to the knee. Right palm presses into the left, back leg stays nice and strong if you can. And then as always, the cherry on top of each and every asana is your face. Thank you. You can read books from your face, darlings. Be a poker player. Good. On an exhale, looking down, hands onto the mat. Inhale, high push-up, plank. On the exhale, you make a choice. Thank you. Your choice is to stop the class. No. Good. Everybody meet back into down dog. Come back into down dog. Only one more round there. Only one more round. On your next inhale, lift left leg up high. Stretch, left foot steps forward. Last time, high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, turn to the left. Inhale, right arm reaches possibly forward. Right elbow outside left knee, possibly a little lower, possibly armpit a little closer to you, you know, all the good stuff. Yum, 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 yum. Who said you are not allowed to bring the back knee on the mat? Nobody said that. You imagine things. It's just an offering, remember? We are creating a little bit of heat for that lovely little thing right in front of your mat. We're going to pack it into a really nice warm practice. Okay. I love, but I still believe your shoulder blades could get a little closer together, possibly. Oh, exhale, looking down, hands to the mat, inhale, high plank. Guess what on the exhale? I'll make a choice. Is that a choice or is it a habit? Oh, look how deep we go. Oh, super profound yoga class. Yeah, I'm learning so much about myself. Yes. We're going to turn to the long side of our mat. So you can either step your left foot or your right foot forward, big step, and turn to that long side. Turning all the toes forward, all the toes that you have. Prasarita Paratanasana setup. Before we fall down, bring your right hand under the middle of your chest throat. And then instead of trying to open your chest to the left, think of your right kidney trying to wrap around your torso, and that's actually opening you into the twist. Yeah. It's hard to do this, huh? We're so used to like, oh, left arm up. Here, the back side, this side here, that wants to wrap around. So your impulse, your motivation is just coming from somewhere else than just the front. Good. Left arm extends up high if you want. Okay, guys. I appreciate the effort of pushing your arm as far back as you can, but it has to entail the shoulder. Otherwise, you're not doing anything about that twist. Thank you. On an exhale, left hand comes back down. So try to imagine the left side here, kidney area, this thing. Left hand under your chest, throat. And then this left kidney wants to wrap around the spine, and that opens your chest to the right. Right arm reaches up high. You are beautiful. Very, very beautiful. That right shoulder wants to fall back very much. That's your arm, darling. Your arm is not your shoulder. You're doing that. I think of pulling the shoulder back. Thank you. Exhale, slowly bring the hands down. For one inhale, keep the length in the spine, loose, lift your chest. And on the exhale, now fold in between your legs as lovely, as deeply as you like. If you want to hold on ankles, toes, if you want to come up into tripod headstand, it's yogi's choice. Oh. Good, lovelies. On your next inhale, walking the hands under your shoulders. Bring your hands into the hips and exhale, come all the way up to stand. Wherever you are facing, turn your right toes to the short side of the mat and bend your right knee to bring knee over ankle. Arms reaching out wide. And generally, I think when we do this out of Prasarita Padottanasana, spending there a lot of time, your feet are wider apart than usual. Your step is a little bigger. And I like it. I like it. Good. Just simple warrior two. You know it so well. All good. On your next inhale, lengthen out the right leg and bring your fingers behind your ears like a really weird Mickey Mouse. Then reach your right elbow forward. Pull the right elbow forward as far as you dare. And then lengthening, shouldering, leveling. Yay! Keep your right knee, right leg very active. No way of leaning down on anything. On an inhale, lift yourself back up. And then turn on your heels to the other side, arms reaching long. Bend your left knee. And again, maybe it's a bigger step than you would usually take. Of course, you can shorten it, or you can sit a little bit in that experience of like, oh, that's interesting. Maybe your thigh becomes a little bit more parallel to the floor, all that stuff. On an inhale, lengthen your left leg out, place the fingers behind your ears, exhale. Reach the left elbow over your left foot as far as you dare, and then leveling the shoulders, left elbow down, right elbow up, trying to keep your arms as equal as possible, even though you might have no idea what's going on with your arms right now. That's okay. Lovely. On your next inhale, lift yourself back up to stand. Turn all toes to the long side of the mat. Bend your knees to step or jump your feet together. And then bending your knees deeply, coming into a toe stand. Toe stand famously is called that because you are standing on your toes. Not only the toes, the ball of the foot too. From here, turning your knees to the left and bringing both hands to the right side of your legs. That's all I need. So all I want from you literally is to allow your spine to gently soften and curve. Do this very mindfully. If any of you has the hands flat on the mat and feels they want to come into a little arm balance, you can. Little side crow. But it is not expected of anybody. I just realized after talks with you that I took a lot of that strength stuff out of it. So I think we need to keep bringing that back into the rotation. Now accept whatever happened on that side. Lovely. Yes. Good. And then slowly coming back into the middle, coming to stand on your little toes like a little birdie. Okay. And try not to sit. Try to be a little more alert. And then turn over to the other side or turn your knees to the right, bringing your hands right in front of you. And again, just gently curving down. That's all I need. So you first learn how to comfortably bring your hands flat on the mat. And that might take some more time. If you desire to step into your side crow, please do. And I love this very careful leaning. Hella, lift your feet, lift your feet, lift your feet, lift your feet, lift your feet. Yeah, you need that activity too. Burning the candle on both ends. So the shifting you do so beautifully because you know what this is about, but then also lift your feet to help yourself, to eventually learn to extend the legs and all that stuff. We need that energy in the legs and feet. Yes, very good. Now I can see your twinkle toes. Exhale, bring it back into the middle. And then with your hands on the mat, come into final forward fold. Good, guys. 2 more breaths here. And then you can bend your knees. Roll yourself up to stand. Shake a little out. If you feel after that toe stand that your ankles are a little tight, circle a little through, 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 circle a little through. Good. Hey, ready or not, standing posture. We're going to come to stand on the left leg. Right knee, flex your foot, ankle on top of the thigh, let your right knee drop away, and sit deep. Good. Just for the people who are not practicing alone, if you fall, try not to take anybody with you down, like in life. We don't do this during the practice either. Okay, very nice. And then from this one, shifting into your Garudasana. So from your seat, deep seat, shift the right leg on top of the left. Maybe you gotta snuggle a little bit to hook your foot behind the calf. Yes, and when that is achieved, then you can possibly level the hip again a little bit. Good, very nice, sitting deep. If your right foot is not touching or hooking, just hug it to the standing leg. Right leg is over, right arm under the left. Wee, wee, wee. Pull your right hip back, Emily. Yes, I see. I saw. Very good. As I'm coming back in, it's really hard. Do it with kindness. Don't step on the thing in front of your yoga mat. Now you know again why you're doing this. It's like, oh yeah, okay. Bring some good energy into the world. And then somewhere on your next breath, unfold. Left. Keep a little energy in this left ankle. Allowing your butt to drop. Good, very nice. Rather than you trying to touch the floor, I would rather have your thigh parallel to the floor like you're sitting on an invisible chair. You know what I mean? Yes. Take it easy. Stay where you can hold it. Even if it's just here, that's fine. Just work with what you got. And then we're going to shift left thigh on top of the right, possibly hooking the foot or at least hugging it in. See what happens to my knee when I hug the lower leg in? Left leg is over, left arm goes under. Hello, 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 hello. It's because I'm blind on this eye, I can't see you anymore. It becomes all very good. 2 more breaths if you can, 2 more breaths if you can, 2 more breaths if you can. Pull the left hip back, Hella. Hey, I know. And then we unfolding ourselves. Good. Shake your legs one more time out. Good. From here, you're either going to find a wall or a chair or a table. Easiest way. And then opening into standing twist. Working on the wall, well, you know how it goes. It's a little bit more work. So 1 foot on the wall, ideally, or on top of a chair or a table. Especially then, learn to level your hips. Yes. Keeping your standing leg parallel as much as you can, reaching the arms up high, and then opening the chest to the side of the leg on the wall or on the chair. Standing twist. And then there's one arm reaching behind you into the room, isn't there? So gaze towards that hand. Yes. No lifting of the right hip. Keep it leveled and cool like a cucumber. Good. Are your arms in one line? If I would bind a broomstick towards your arms, to the back of your arms, would they be in one line? Let's just pretend they would be. On your next inhale, turn back to the wall, reach the arms up high, right foot down. Good. So if you have a smudge on your wall now, that means you should wash your feet before practice. Left foot steps up. Good. Yay. On a chair, on a table, super fine, especially if you're not feeling great and you want to take it a little softer, then it's more diagonally down. That is super fine. And then turning towards the side of the leg, arms long reaching. See, so beautiful. And now imagine that Some people would love to see your neck because your neck is just so beautiful, so unique, so so much freedom. Yes, because with shoulders up to your ears, it's very hard to look to the head. So we create that space so we can allow a lot of rotation. Inhale, looking back forward to the wall, arms up, stepping down, coming back to the yoga mat. I thank you very much for indulging there. And then from here, one more time, last time, not a toe stand. We're going to come to kneel, but you want to do this from standing without the help of your hands. So you do it nice and slow and try to come onto your knees as gently as gently as you can. There we go. And you want to maybe have a block or a pillow close by just in case. From here, my friends, right leg in front of the left leg until the knees meet. Right foot out to the left foot out to the right. Good. And then the first thing we do is not about sitting. The first thing is about hanging. So hang your hips back in between your feet. Oh. Allow your torso to land on that right leg. Oh. Oh, hanging out. Yeah, it's like a little squat. Feel that compression of your legs. Feel everything nice and close together. Maybe your chin fits onto your right knee perfectly. So it's not about sitting down. It's about using the pull of gravity. So your hip is kind of still airborne. Your pelvis is just floating. Good. And then you can choose if you want to use something to sit on top of, especially when you sit on the floor and your knees come completely apart. It would be much better to learn to hug your legs together really tightly and rather still sit a little elevated. Doing the best that we can, remember? Good, my friends. Right arm reaches forward. Right arm circles to our back, bending the elbow, bringing the right hand somewhere to the space in between our shoulder blades. So snuggle, snuggle, snuggle to bring it nice and deep in there without, hurting your shoulder. And then the left arm reaches forward and the left arm reaches up and the left elbow bends and the left hand moves towards the right. Oh, hello. Slowly turning your face towards your right shoulder and give your right shoulder a little kiss. And then turn your head back forward and release the arms. Well done. Come forward onto your left knee. Pull the right leg out and behind you in the air. And release. Good. Same thing, other side. Left leg in front of the right leg. Left foot out to the right, right foot out to the left. Before you come to sit, legs really, really close. Maybe belly onto your thighs and slowly stretching that butt back. And just finding if you can see somewhere sort of hanging feeling where your butt is not completely on the floor yet. So for once, I like that compression. Compressions are very good for the body. Your body relies on compression. if for you, this is a deeper sensation of nice feeling of how a hip flexion should feel, or how close your legs should be together through this compression, that's great. Your body will remember. And then we are gently lifting ourselves up, making our choice. And again, maybe don't sit like it's Friday already. Sit like it's still Thursday. Left leg is over the right. So the left arm reaches forward, circles back, and I snuggle and snuggle and snuggle and snuggle and snuggle. And, flip over that skin and buy the t-shirt and And then the right arm, forward, up, bends, connects. Imagine that your right elbow is pointing straight up to the ceiling, in the same way as your left elbow is pointing straight down to the floor. I say, imagine it at least. And then take 2 more breaths here. Releasing the arms, shifting your weight back forward, just onto the right knee, so you can unfold your left leg back, lift and lengthening it out behind you, and then bringing both knees onto the mat, hips over your knees, come onto your forearms, come onto your forearms. Pushing your forearms actively down, which should open up your shoulder blades a little bit. Curl the toes under, lift the hips, let the head drop, possibly walk your feet a little forward. Fire up the shoulders strongly, allowing your chest and face to come a little closer to your ankles. Exhale, bringing the knees down. Well done. From here, keeping the hips somewhere over the knees, and then see if you can bring your forearms a little further forward, and maybe allowing your chest and forehead or ear to land on the mat, allowing the chest to hang a little through. And maybe you need to still balance it on your forearms, that's fine, but allow your chest, your heart space to hang through. And then slowly getting ready to release. So pushing your forearms a little bit into the floor to lift the chest and to bring the hands back under your shoulders. From here, my friends, tuck your toes under and come into final last down dog. So you have 5 breaths to release and relax and enjoy, or do a vinyasa, your choice. then without big tara, without lifting, step your right foot forward. Bring your left knee down. Reach the right arm back. And take left foot into right hand, drawing the foot a little closer. And maybe that will do it already for you. Otherwise, you can, of course, resist a little bit. Pushing your foot slightly back into the hand so something happens in your front thigh. And exhale, release. Right hand down, right knee back, left foot forward, left arm back. And release. Right foot back, left hand down, left knee back, come onto your belly. Arms alongside the body, forehead is facing down. Half Shavasana, so push your feet into the floor, keep your feet where they are, and inhale, roll the shoulders back and lift the chest. Only back muscles here. Half Shavasana. Again, just the reminder, face. Visage. See, it's not an effort to relax it. It's just we just have to be reminded of it. On an exhale, gently lay down on one of your favorite ears, or your chin, all good, or your forehead. Let those heels pop a little out. Just give yourself a true, like, full break, as if you're engaging the body and then completely releasing everything out. Like you're melting, you're pancaking the floor. There you go. Second round, looking down or even forehead to the floor. Energize the legs. So knees come slightly off, you press your feet hard, and not only pressing them down, you also lengthen the legs. Then energize your arms by engaging the muscles in between your shoulder blades a little bit, lengthening the arms, spreading the fingers, so your arms are at the side of your body now. Your arms are already off the floor. And on your next inhale, lift everything that you can off the floor, full superhero posture. Let's say look about 1 meter in front of your mat. That's a good eye line. Because you will notice, everybody, look straight down to the floor now. See how the weight of your head pulls you forward and down? So when you do lift the head, of course, it helps you to go into that arch. Yes, it just stays in that natural curve of your spine. There we go, engaging the neck muscles to help you. Exhale, the other favorite ear, yay. Or chin, or any other body part that you want to lay on top of. We are getting there. Somewhere on your next inhale, bring yourself onto your forearms. Sphinx. And then pretty Sphinx. No, not like this, but you know that alertness. You can tell this from people when people walk. Next time you sit somewhere in a cafeteria or wherever, what is still open during daytime, you know, wherever you can sit and see people. Look at people, learn to look at people. They're fascinating. People walking in like this, and people walking in like this, and people are walking. It's so you know what not alert and alert looks like. Your practice is always alert. Not this is not alertness. This is like having a panic attack. Ooh. It's like settling down in this. Good. From here, slowly draw your right knee on the floor forward towards your right arm. If you feel, whoa, this is a little much for my torso, for my lower back, just lay down as if you're climbing a wall. If you feel okay here on your forearms, stay on your forearms. Asymmetrical backbend, we don't do a lot of these, so nice and careful. Again, just notice for yourself what you feel and where you feel it. Look what you're putting yourself through for that little thing in front of your mat. Isn't that a nice kind of feeling for yourself? All that anger, all that emotion, you're like, yeah, it's all right. I do something for you. Slowly draw your right leg back. Slowly draw left knee on the floor up as high as you perceive it to be comfortable or available to you. Like Spider-Man. Good. And again, if you feel, ooh, lower back is not happy about this, just lay yourself torso flat down. Good. So you always remember how hard we are working in these back bends and heart openers and stuff, lots of muscles engaging, we're really working hard. So here it's a little bit the art to find a sense of softness. So it's not so tight, to relax a little bit into that sensation. Good. We're very close to Shavasana, don't worry. And gently bring the left leg back like nothing happened. Lower yourself down onto the floor. Shake your hips a little out if needed. Or bend the knees and let those lower legs windshield wipe a little left and right. That's fine by me. Takes a little bit more hip with you. And then our last thing, keep your feet up, knees bent, arms reach back, and aiming to take hold of our ankles at exactly the same moment. Unless that doesn't work. And then you go to plan B, but it's always plan B. It's never plan A to go left, right, I don't give a shit. Flexing the feet, pushing pelvis pubic bone into the floor. And with the same energy that you lift your heart off the floor, you kick your ankles into your feet. So you could first say like, oh, everything is going sort of that direction. And if that works for you well, then you say, let's lift all the sides. Woohoo! I hope you're saying a mantra there, not cursing me. Exhale, lower down. Very good. Please don't, even though you are tired, if you're tired, you have to come out earlier. Don't wait for the teacher. If you're not tired, then please come out slowly. Don't collapse. Collapsing is a habit. It's not wrong, but it doesn't teach you anything. Actually, it takes away. And because you did it so beautifully, So very, very beautifully, we're going to do it again. Now, one more time, bending the knees, possibly taking hold of our ankles at the same time, possibly holding your ankles from the inside if you want to change it up. And then come into your Dhanurasana. Feel the lovely curve of your spine, which includes your neck. Lovingly gazing on that thing in front of your mat, because I'm writing this till Shavasana, you know it. Good. Gentle effort, gentle offering, opening the heart. As Ram Dass always says, opening the heart is very, very good because it gives God a chance to slip in. Exhale, coming down. Well done, guys. Release, shake what you need to shake before we turn around. Good. So slowly turn yourself onto your backs. Good. Arms alongside the body. Heels under your knees. Pressing your feet firmly into the floor, lifting the hip. Come into half bridge. Good. Arms are still long. Or did you go already through your habit of rolling your shoulders under because you were expecting something? So the arms are still where they were. Now bend your elbows, fingertips pointing up to the ceiling. And then push your elbows into the floor. Open your chest a little bit more. Hey. Again, just a different focus to achieve sort of the same thing. Now, if you want to interlace fingers behind the back and roll the shoulders under, you can. Eccola. Happy necks. And then everybody, unless you have only one arm or a severe shoulder injury, please place your hands alongside the ears, hands flat, fingers spread wide. Arms in the widest sense, at least symmetrical, if not parallel. And then, my friends, you push your hands into the floor. Some of you will come up, some of you will go with the flow, some of you will just push the hands and make the shoulders a little lighter. That's okay. Very nice, Helle, very nice, Emily. I see you. Look at you, Saba, go for it. Where does the heart go? Always forward, always hopeful. Heart is ready for some life. That's the image, no? Oh. Actually, your heart is also at the back. Your heart is everywhere. You're radiating heart. Chin in, everybody. Bring yourself home safely. Eccola. Now you might feel your back a little bit. So hands onto your knees, arms fully stretched and locked. Possibly your feet have to come off the floor. And then you push your knees as hard as you can into your hands while your flat hands resist the knees of coming closer to the chest. Push, 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 push. Get that feeling of lengthening activity in your lower back. And then release the left leg long down the mat. And then keep your right knee bent. And I give you a choice. You can keep your right knee bent, or you can lengthen the right leg out. Make the right leg long. Either way, we're going to go into a twist. So either right knee bent or right leg long. Left hand might take the outside of the knee or the outside of the ankle or foot. And then as gracefully as Grace Kelly, slowly coming down. Again. When your leg comes to the floor and it makes a little boing sound, you collapsed. You didn't bring it to the floor. You fell. Actually, we do a lot of falling. If you think of Chaturanga, what it is, it's a controlled fall. It's kind of like bungee jumping. You catch yourself of falling to the floor. But when we bring a little control and effort in, then it's not really falling anymore. Falling is not controlled. And we learn to bring things controlled down. Yes. So not only thinking of this final end posture twist, but thinking of all those leg muscles and core muscles that you need to engage to do this slowly. These transitions can become incredibly powerful if you bring your awareness to them. Right arm stretched out fully. Possibly, if you want to play with this, if you're fairly comfortable and your right arm is not just in midair, try to think of the right arm a little bit more diagonally. Yeah, see if that changes something for you. And I really reach the right arm long. Yeah, it's a bit different, isn't it? So I have good news and bad news for you. The good news is, somewhere over the next two breaths, we're coming out of the posture. The bad news is you're coming out of the posture as you went in, slowly and controlled. Ah, there we go. Do something fun with your legs that feels good to you. Shake them out, give them a little sweetness. And then we're going to bring left knee in, right leg lengthens down the mat. You can choose if you want to do this with a long left leg. That means right hand takes outside left foot, left ankle, left calf, trying to keep the leg long, or keep your knee bent. Oh, good. Right hand outside left knee. And then we slowly, as controlled as you can, bring it into your twist. And then gazing towards left arm. And as I do believe that this is, especially with your leg long, just, it's physics, it's levers, a long lever gets to move the world a little more, gets to move the asana a little bit more. Was it like Archimedes or somebody of those old dudes used to say, give me a lever and I can move the world. So a long lever, like a long leg here, that might give you a fairly intense twist. So be nice if you need to modify. And then you can just hang in that feeling a little bit. Maybe left arm a little more diagonal if you like, if that serves you, if that brings something to your body. Lovely. So especially in the Vinyasa practice, we tend to rush a little bit through the practice. We're going to want to get a lot of things done. Right now, you have time to be in there and see how it feels after 5 breaths, after 10 breaths, how it might even feel for a minute. Slowly then, somewhere on your next exhale, gently fold yourself back up, bring it down. Do what you need to do before we lay down in Shavasana. Any counter pose, or maybe it's socks on and blankets over, dimming the lights. I love it. Make it atmospheric. Snuggle in, cover your eyes. Beautiful. And then don't kick the thing in front of your mat. Remember, it's still there. Even Shavasana, the final of our postures, is still for that. You bring that calm energy to it. Like you would try to touch a little like aggressive stray dog, and you're just trying to show like, it's all good. I'm not going to do anything. It's all good. That patience, that was the idea for tonight. So maybe for the next time when you feel emptied out and your battery is really, really low, and you're kind of like not in tune with that, you're like, I don't want that. Remember this. All yogic practice actually is about emptying out as well. To get rid of these unnecessary habits, those nervous little patterns. And the biggest culprit, all the judging and forcing and wanting things to be different than they are. Yoga is very much about emptying out, cleaning house. So to be empty can be a very interesting spiritual sensation if you don't judge it. Then slowly you can move your fingers, toes, coming back into the physical body. Shavasana, no work, no effort in the body. Now you start to come back into it, taking control of the body, bending the knees. And then rolling over your right or your left side. Again, no rush. There's no Black Friday sale at the end of this class, so there's no time to, exactly. Empty or full, happy or sad. Take the little thing in front of your mat, bring it back to you, take it with you. Hands together in front of the heart space if you like. Om Bodho Shri Satguru Bhagavan Ki Jai! And then bowing down to ourselves to be courageous enough to offer this practice up to whatever you are feeling tonight. All good. Thank you so much for indulging. I really hope I see you next week at Thanksgiving. Maybe it will be good to have a little practice before all the eating starts. Have a gorgeous weekend. Be excellent to each other, and I hope to see you again. Thank you so much for joining in. Bye. Bye.
Bye.